Well, good damn afternoon, Americans. Jericho Green here with you once again. It must be 1 p.m. PST because here we be. Did you know that silver demand will exceed supply again this year? 32,000 tons of silver will be produced against 34,000 tons of demand. Mining.com, an online-only news site covering the global mining and metals industry, sourced the data. This proves that Noble Gold Investments has long warned the market about. U.S. transition into renewable energy will put pressure on silver production. Silver is used in solar cells, industrial fabrication, and automotive industry. There will be a future increase in demand in the field of nanotechnology, the food industry, and printed and flexible electronics. Demand will increase by 54% by 2030. There's no better time to invest with Noble Gold than now. Noble Gold Investments will walk you through the entire process, and it will take you no more than 5 minutes to open a gold or silver IRA. And this month, you'll get an incredible free 3-ounce silver American Virtue coin with a qualified IRA of $20,000 or higher. You can't go wrong with Noble Gold Investments. Call the team now, 877-646-5347, or to find out more, visit noblegoldinvestments.com. That is noblegoldinvestments.com. So, guys, what is going on? Shout out to everybody in the comment section. I see you. I hear you. I feel you. Thanks for being here. You could have been anywhere, but you're not. Appreciate it. So, boy, oh boy, I am so excited to get started today. Let me tell you. First of all, hydrate. Also, when I'm done here, I need to clean up the studio. It's not dirty. It's just needs to be straightened up. You know, got some papers I need to throw away and shit like that. So that's something I get to do when I'm done. And today, well, first, don't forget to go to mygreengear.com to get shit like this. Fatherhood, some favorite job, best job I ever had. Many other designs, new ones on the way. mygreengear.com, 15% off everything for a limited time. But today was just, the news gods were smiling down on me. It was a monsoon of shit to talk about. Oh boy. So you saw the thumbnail. It's one of the funniest pictures I've ever seen. And it's Biden is pervertus, our grandpa in chief, Mr. Hey, this isn't the mall. Upside, inside out, living La Vida Loca. I think that's fitting. It's a good song that he picked. It's better than Despacito. Despacito. Remember that shit? We was on stage with that Puerto Rican group or whatever, and he got his phone out and played Despacito. That was a tough moment to live through, but we did. But I guess he's in Puerto Rico because Puerto Rico got a taste of the hurricane that came through, the Hurricane Ian, and because it's not too far off the coast of Florida. I think it's like 90 miles or so. And he was down there letting them know that they will be getting the money that's promised because I guess the prior administration didn't give them everything they were promised. Even though, didn't they find this huge stash of water bottles that never delivers, like 1 million water bottles that were just sitting there on a bunch of pallets that they never delivered, but they got there anyway. He was there giving a speech telling them that they're going to get the money promised. And what's up, David Brohawk Williams? Says, black man. So Biden is in Puerto Rico, and let's just celebrate the fact that he's not here. Yes, Puerto Rico is an American province. You know, they're under the corporate umbrella of America, but they do their own thing. But let's just be glad that he's not on American soil. He's not on the continuous 48. Let's just be glad that he's gone. But he was telling them that they'll get the money. I think it's $60 billion or something like that. And people he did what he usually does. And he had his nurse with him. I mean, his wife, his orderly. She was there next to him, making sure he didn't run off in the wrong direction. But it sounded like he was drunk. It sounded like he had been hanging out with Nancy Pelosi, the vodka vixen, because he was slurring his words and he was trying to get through it. He was rushing through the speech, which is good. We want him to get done sooner, just not sound like you're all lit up from the tit up while you do it. So he said, what he said was, in his speech, he said a lot of stupid shit. But what he said was, it caught my attention, that made me pick that, to maybe choose that picture where he has like the stereotypical young Puerto Rican dude look, the lineup, the chin strap, beard and shit, goatee, all thinly, you know, Fat Joe, all these motherfuckers had that back in like the early 2000s. So he says, he's talking about the racial makeup of Delaware and how when they're all put together, that 20% of Delaware is minority. Like it's a high number, like it's 40% or something. He said 20% is minority. And he says, I was basically raised in the Puerto Rican community, politically, whatever that means. How are you raised in the Puerto Rican community politically? Not in any other way, just politically. So that's why I named the stream "Ay Papi," because remember that was from Will Smith's song, "Welcome to Miami, bienvenido a Miami." Ay Papi, Joe Biden, ay Papi, come here, Papi. What a dumbass. Oh Lord. So he did that. He did that. And don't worry, guys. I got a clip. I'm going to play it for you because I don't do it justice. Okay? I don't do it justice. I'm probably saying it too clearly. Ingrid De La Rosa, what's up? How you doing, you new American citizen, you? Welcome. Thank you. So, Papi Biden. Oh, shit. You know we're going to have fun with that. Then Trump, he wants that CNN money. He's suing them for $475 million for defamation. Of course, the left is saying it's unfounded. He's not going to get that money. What an idiot. Because, of course, Trump got this far for being an idiot. So he wants that $475 million. He's looking for it. And then he said, or I got an article, but it's somewhere in there where it says that he wants $75,000 for something else. That just seems so petty, and I love it. I love it. I don't care if you had a lawsuit, you have the basis of a lawsuit for $50. Sue him and get it. I love it. But it's $75,000 for something, and then $475 million for defamation and whatnot. Love it. Then Black Floridians, they get it. There's a video out there of these Black guys that live in Florida, you know, dealing with the hurricane and everything. And DeSantis got fuel down there for them, for everything, generators, vehicles, whatever they need it for. There's plenty of fuel down in their part of Florida. And for that, they love it. And for that, he's voting for DeSantis. He says, I'm a Democrat and I'm voting for DeSantis. So whenever you see Black folks getting off of the plantation, so to speak, that makes the Black overseers, the pro-Black overseers who want to keep all the Negroes on the plantation, it makes them all upset. And when they get all upset, they start talking. And when they start talking, ignorant shit falls out of the hole under their nose into my lap. Thank you. So, hold on a second. Got a smudge on my glasses. Didn't wear glasses my whole damn life. 40 was like, here, bitch, take this, put these on. So they get it. That's good to hear. And then, hey, people, if you are near Illinois and you're in one of those shitty ass barbaric states who has outlawed abortion, you sons of bitches, her body, her choice, dick. If you're one of those states and you're near Illinois, you border Illinois or you're near it, you're within driving distance, just know that Illinois has a mobile abortion center. And they're going to take it to the borders of those states to make it easier for the ladies to get there. And I call it the mommy's murder mobile. Doesn't that sound fun? You know, kind of like you can just imagine kind of like the ice cream music sound, you know, a xylophone, boom, 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 you know, get real nice, like almost baby lullaby kind of song. I hope they play that. I hope they do just like the ice cream truck. They play mommy murder mobile music. So if there's any mommies in the vicinity, just like the ice cream truck does to kids, if there are any mommies in the vicinity and you got that stupid thing in your stomach and, you know, hot girl summer, you don't want to have a big belly for the Christmas pictures, then you can go, they play the song and you're like, oh shit, is that, you'll be running, all you're going to see running down the street in the summertime are children running to ice cream trucks and mothers running to the mommy murder mobile. And then I hear that song and go, oh shit, that's right. I got to get rid of this stupid thing. They're just going to run out of the house, get in the mommy murder mobile, mommy's murder mobile. So just know that Illinois is doing that. It's hard for people to live and pay taxes and get by. And there's lots of murder in that one town that one city you got in Illinois, but they got their priorities in order. There's a mommy's murder mobile coming to a town near you. So if you live in a stupid state that won't let you kill the baby, just make it to Illinois, all right? And then there's an article that I found on this, and it's probably the most disgusting article I've ever read in my life. Very horrible shit in it. They're very nonchalant with how they feel about killing kids. You'll see. Guy Incognito, thank you for the Hamilton. Most people don't realize Joe Biden's mentor was Senator Robert Byrd, who was also a leader in the KKK. Dems accusing Republicans of racism is all projection. They're the party of projection. Very true. Robert Byrd, if you go to Virginia, was it Virginia or West Virginia? I think it was Virginia. But if you go there, the street's named after him, the school's named after him, and he was a recruiter for the Ku Klux Klan. And later in life, he said that, well, you know, I was just kind of crumbling under the pressure, the societal pressure to be in the Klan and everything. So then he rose to the ranks of a recruiter, and he got pretty high up in there. Way to get crushed under the pressure and rise to the top. But Robert Byrd, known Ku Klux Klan member, mentor to Biden's perverters. But there's nothing to see here. Trump takes a picture with Jesse Jackson and Al Sharpton. So doesn't that make you impervious to accusations of racism? You have taken a picture with the 2 SEAL Team 6 captains for race baiting. They are the elite of the elite. When you need a company bullied into submission or you need someone to apologize, this is who you call in, the best of the best. If this were an action movie, this is the part where I start reading their redacted files and tell you how awesome they are. He took a picture with them. He should be able to climb on top of the Empire State Building and say the word nigger as loud as he wants into the moonlight. You took a picture with these 2 jackasses. He's a racist. He's the second coming of Hitler. Biden's mentor was in the Klan. There's pictures of him in a hood. Nothing. Mainstream media is as quiet as a dead church mouse. Got it. This is all starting to make sense. Look it up. Robert Byrd, B-Y-R-D. I believe it was Virginia. Could be wrong. West Virginia. One of the 2. One of the Virginias. Roy Lee Painter, thank you. Hey, neighbor, can I talk to you about panels? No, Fernando. No, you can't. And that's how we should have started. Don't even say the word neighbor. Come on, Fernando. Just say, I'm here to sell solar panels. You want some? Poor guy. Adrian Harris, thank you. Excitement is here. Let's get the party started from Baltimore, MD. Keep your head down in Baltimore. Thank you very much. Boy, oh boy. All right, guys, let's get in it. Let's get in that ass like a bike with no seat. Good gun. Here we go. What's it gonna be? Now I'm gonna segue this into something else, but hear me out. It says Toledo police officers killed homeless person's dog after it was lunging at the officers. A Toledo police officer shot and killed a homeless person's dog Saturday evening in North Toledo. Police were dispatched shortly before 6:30 p.m. for reports of a burglary in this area. While on the scene, officers attempted to make contact with those in a residence one block over when a dog emerged from the residence and charged aggressively at one of the officers, lunging at her knees. The officer then unholstered her firearm and discharged one round, striking and fatally wounding the dog. The owner of the dog, Kevin Saul, 47, was present on the scene. The officer was not injured. Now, here's how I feel about that. Of course, it sucks that the poor dog got killed. Okay? It's a dog. It was doing what it thought it was supposed to do, protecting its owner or protecting its property. But I've thought for a long time that I don't think homeless people should be allowed to have dogs. There, I said it. I don't think they should be allowed to have dogs because they can't give dogs the proper care that they deserve. They're not going to get their shots. They're not going to get medical care if they need it. The life they live is shitty, laying on the pavement a lot, not being able to run around and exercise, not getting proper food. I don't know. I just think they shouldn't be allowed to have them. How fucked up is that for the dog? Do you think that's a good life for the dog to be laying down on the fucking sidewalk all day around these smelly ass homeless people? You know, a dog sense of smell. I don't think it's right. Let me know if you disagree. But I don't think that shit's right. I don't think they should be allowed to have dogs. That's fucked up. I've never seen, and I worked downtown for 13 years. I've seen a lot of homeless people. I live in California. I see homeless people all the time. Their dogs are always filthy and sad looking. They're not clean. Who knows what they're getting from those fucking homeless people? You know they're not eating right. How fucked up is that? I don't agree. I don't think homeless people should be allowed to have dogs. What a fucked up life for the dog. Now, every dog's not going to have a sprawling acreage of green grass to frolic in and roll around and run for days and have their owners throw sticks to them and shit. Yeah, I get it. But we shouldn't make them live like this. That's fucked up. I don't think they should be allowed to. Some might say, well, they use them for protection. You know, they live a dangerous life. Hey, well, that's your life. You chose that. Why you got to put that fucked up dog in that situation because of some shit you chose? Maybe pick a less dangerous form of life to live. What do you think? Maybe get off the street, get a place where you can have the dog and it can live a good life too. I don't know. Call me crazy. But that's what I think. I don't think homeless people should have dogs. I also think homeless people should be taken off the street. Most of them need to go someone exactly. Or was that someone? Yeah, who makes it dangerous? They do. Exactly. It's their fault, not the dog. So I also think homeless people should be taken off the street. Most of them need to go to mental health facilities. I think they need to make rehab centers and mental health facilities because the jails have turned into the mental health facilities and they're not equipped to do it with space or staff. And it's fucked up for the people with the mental abilities. They need to be taken care of. They need to be medicated. They need to be in a proper setting. So that's what I think. Does it trample on their rights for them to be removed from the street and put somewhere they don't want to be? Yeah. But does it trample on ours as law-abiding citizens who just want to go out and enjoy all this shit that we pay for with our tax dollars and not be in danger? I have a friend of mine. We grew up together. We were really tight, all from elementary school. We must have met when we were 7 or 8 years old. We were tight all the way through high school, a little bit after high school, but you know, people usually scatter after high school. Guarantee 11 inches. All right, you better. You ever seen it? I'm Gonna Get You Sucker? The scene about 12 inches? Hilarious. Look up. I'm Gonna Get You Sucker 12 inches. If you haven't seen it before, you laugh your ass off. Thank you for the super sticker. But everybody kind of scatters after high school. So I lost touch with him. I probably haven't talked to him in 10 years. But I found out that last week at his job, his boss sent him outside to disperse a crowd of outdoor junkies. I'm trying not to call them homeless people. So when he went out there, the 5 vagrants, the 5 outdoor junkies, jumped him, beat him up pretty bad. He had an aneurysm. He's in ICU. He might die. I'm going to go visit him. I don't know if he's conscious or not, because since I'm not on this list of family or whatever, they won't tell me anything about him. But these people can't be allowed to roam around in society. These gangs of marauders and shit should not be allowed to do that. So if you're on the streets, you're on drugs, you're fucking crazy, you're filthy, you're not abiding by society's rules, then you need to be removed from society. We need to go somewhere. And I don't know, maybe something needs to happen, because offering them things that they don't take, programs and shelter, they don't take it. A lot of the times it's not about all these beds being empty and just nobody, we just don't have anybody to fill them. We just need to let them know that they're there. In a lot of cases, they are there and they don't want to. They don't want to abide by your rules. When you go into these facilities and these shelters, they can't bring their shit with them. They can't do drugs. So they don't want to go. It's the rules and the regulations that keep them out of there. So if you were to do drugs and all the shit that comes along with that lifestyle, and you could somehow stay off the street and not be a menace, in a perfect world, go ahead. But this world ain't perfect, and that's not what they're doing. They're not staying out of the way. They're not keeping quiet. They're not doing their own thing and not being a nuisance to the public. That's not the case. They are a fucking nuisance. You heard them yelling and screaming crazy shit, probably destroying property, making you cross the street so you don't go near them. That's not how we're supposed to live. That's not how they're supposed to live. So I say you start taking them off the street. If you don't want to get off the street on your own, we'll take you off the fucking street. But this is out of control. You're a menace to society. The overwhelming majority of society does not want to deal with this bullshit, so we shouldn't have to. Unless the government wants to let us keep our tax money, we'll take care of it ourselves. But they're not going to let that gravy train sail. No way. So they need to do something about it. This shit is disgusting. Thank you for the Twompski, Brendan Gerzalak. Trump could just say the words black guy, and the lamestream media could go crazy and call him a racist. Biden can go full on Michael Richards at the Laugh Factory, and they wouldn't bat an eye. That's right. If you haven't seen that shit, that's Kramer from Seinfeld. He went a little nuts. But I don't even that. I don't think he should have been canceled for that. Him or what's the other guy's name who died? The disc jockey who said the Rutgers basketball team was a bunch of nappy-headed hoes. Oh, man, that guy was funny. I don't think either one of them should have been canceled. Who gives a fuck, man? One guy, Don Eisman, that's his name. Don Eisman, he was telling the truth. There's a bunch of rough-looking bitches there. And then Kramer, or Michael Richards, it was at a comedy show. Like, I don't even give a shit. Who cares about those two? Neither one of them should have been canceled. But they were, unfortunately. And they apologize. That's the problem. Why you apologize? Don't apologize for shit. Why? Once you do that, it's over. You might as well bend over and squirt the KY jelly on your own ass. Because that's what's about to happen. Yeah, Jean Grey, Don Imus died. R.I.P. Donatello Slapperfellow says, I thought Biden grew up in Mogadishu. Biden grew up everywhere. He grew up somewhere and then go somewhere else and he grew up again there. He's been everywhere. You can do that when you've been around for more than 720 years. And I only say that because that's what he said. He said he's been in the Senate for 720 years. So I guess if you've been around for centuries, you can grow up everywhere. I'm learning. He's defying a lot of the things that I thought were humanly Impossible. He's doing it. I thought a person would die, what, 100, you might say 100 years, 100 plus, 110. You know, you get over there to Japan, I think the oldest person was like, what, 122? But not 720. So he's defying all kinds of shit. None the Miser, that's right. I saw that earlier. Loretta Lynn died, was the country singer. She died too. R.I.P. to her. So Coolio, Loretta Lynn, who's going to be the third one? They say it comes in threes. So let's see. I can't believe this shit. I cannot believe this. I cannot believe it. That's what the guy said when he saw Prince Hakeem coming out of the bathroom at the basketball game. He walks by and says, I cannot believe it. And that was the good Coming to America. Coming to America 2, that was some bullshit. Take that script, put it in a paper shredder. Take those shreddings, put it in the bottom of the birdcage of a giant parrot, and let him shit all over it. It would be better used for that than making a movie. I did a review on that movie. It was garbage from beginning to end. From credits to credits, it was straight up horse shit. Horse shit mixed with dog shit. That was awful. They should have left that national treasure of a movie alone. Coming to America is one of the funniest movies ever made. And they desecrated its memory by making a part 2 that was absolutely horrible. Guy Incognito, again, thank you. The sad reality is the government created the homeless problem via economic policy, vaccines, autism, ADHD, schizophrenia, and other mental disorders are all associated with the use of vaccines. Yeah, I started learning a little bit about that stuff when my daughter was born, because of course, you know, when they're kids, they got to get vaccines and all this other shit. But yeah, it's all fucked up now. And now it's out of control. Now it's our problem because apparently they won't do shit about it. But yeah, man, that Coming to America was amazing. That new one, come on. But let's do it. Let's do it, guys. Oh, that's weird. So at the bottom, when I want to share a screen, it says share screen. Now it's present. They changed it from yesterday. Yesterday was share screen. Now it's present screen. Presenting screen. Here we go. Biden says that he was basically raised by Puerto Ricans. Here we go.
She's from a big state. But we have a very, in relative terms, large Puerto Rican population in Delaware, relative to our population. We have the 8th largest Black population in the country, and between all minorities, we have 20% of our state. And so I was sort of raised in the Puerto Rican community at home. I come from the little state of Delaware. It's not like the congresswoman from New York. She's from the big state. But we have a very, in relative terms, large Puerto Rican population in Delaware, relative to our population. We have the 8th largest Black population in the country. And
all right.
Between all minorities, we have 20% of our state.
So, brother.
And so I was sort of raised in the Puerto Rican community at home.
How? How are you sort of raised in the Puerto Rican community at home? Sort of. I was sort of raised. My parents sort of raised me right. They sort of did. Kind of. How, what, once a week you guys would have mofongo? You have some arroz con pollo? Some café con leche? How are you sort of raised Puerto Rican at home? Sort of. Like just a couple times a month we do Puerto Rican shit. That's right, Tammy. Tammy says, that's just like saying I'm sort of pregnant. I'm not pregnant, just sort of pregnant. Like there's like a half a baby in there. What the fuck? So that's why I chose that thumbnail, because Joe Biden, he's a Puerto Rican. Ay, papi, ay, yo sé. Holy shit, guys. He says, I was sort of raised Puerto Rican. You guys ever seen that movie, Crooklyn? There's a scene in there where she's in the liquor store. She's looking at this transformer talking to this dude. And she gets all mad. She says, you ain't nothing but a damn Puerto Rican. It takes place in New York City. Funny movie. Ay, papi, yo. What the fuck? What if Trump said he was raised in the Puerto Rican community? How is that? I doubt there were any Puerto Ricans that live near you, Joseph. Racist as you are, unless they were wearing a maid's uniform or driving a truck with gardening tools, I don't think they came anywhere near your fucking house, Joseph. And how would you have time to even be sort of raised Puerto Rican, sort of Porta? You're sort of Puerto Rican. You're sort of Porta, right? So how were you able to be sort of raised Puerto Rican when you were too busy sitting on your father's lap, listening to all these colloquialisms? Because every time he gets on a microphone and starts talking about Scranton, my dad used to say, and my dad used to say. Sort of Porta. There it is. You heard it here first, people. Sort of Porta. Joe Biden was raised sort of Puerto Rican. Boy, oh boy. Guys, you do realize where he lives. You do realize what he does and who he is and where his fingers are in relation to the big red button. He said, and of course, just like his lackey, just like his sidekick, Kamala, the Ugandan nightmare, the politician who went horizontal so her career could go vertical. You better believe she's also in Puerto Rico right now, trying to get her hands on all the older Puerto Rican dudes she can, because she loves the silver cotton candy. But just like her, he has no conviction. How fucked up are you up here when you're in Puerto Rico and you start telling people, I'm sort of Porta? Why would you think that's a good idea? Huh? Who told you to do that? Nobody. The voices in his head. Hold on, because don't forget this one. There we go. Don't forget this fucking gem right here. Crap, man. Holy, I can't believe I'm about to show you this. Oh my, because then I'm going to get embarrassed too, again, for him. Holy shit, guys. Here we go. Sorry to do this to you again.
Time to sell your ride?
Commercial.
Just go to CarMax.com, enter your info, and get a real offer that's good for 7 days. If you can wait that long. That's car selling reimagined. CarMax.
Weird. Here we go. Talk about weird. Take that shit off your face, idiot.
I just have one thing to say.
Oh boy.
Hang on here.
Oh boy. Hang on here.
All right. There you go. Dance a little bit, Joe. Come on. I tell you, my man. I tell you what, if I had the talent of any one of these people, I'd be elected president by acclamation. Thank you so much.
So, what do you say to that? This motherfucker got up there and played Despacito on his phone. Guys, what happened? We were riding high, we were cruising on a Sunday afternoon. And then we wake up and the resident of 1600 Pennsylvania Avenue is playing Despacito on his cell phone in front of a bunch of Latinos. What the fuck? And of course, he went out there with that fucking rag on his face. Take that shit off. Oh man. Well, that's what you get from a sort of Puerto Rican president. He said. Yeah, exactly. He's a sort of Rican, Fred Flintstoner. He's a sort of Rican. I ain't Puerto Rican. I'm sort of Rican. I'm Puerto Rican when it suits me. You call me a Puerto Rican, but can't call him Puerto Rican. But hey, you know, next week he might be talking in front of a bunch of black folks, and he's going to say that he was sort of raised in Compton or something. You never know what you're going to get with this guy. You know it's going to be shitty. You know it's going to be probably dipped in racism, but you don't know what it's going to be. I mean, shit. Ay, papi, yo. I'm your president. Joe Biden, I'm your president. Now introducing my vice president, Daddy Yankee. Remember that? Remember that? What was it? What do they call that? Reggaeton. Remember reggaeton, the early 2000s? It's probably like 2006, 7, 8. That's when I worked at the radio station. So that reggaeton shit was everywhere. Daddy Yankee, Voltio, all these dudes. I'm your president, Joe Biden. Okay, I'm your president. I raised in Puerto Rico, and this is my vice president, Mr. Daddy Yankee. I wish this was all a joke. I wish at the end of my live stream I could just go, psych, I was just kidding. I was kidding about this. I was kidding about that. I was just fucking around. These are all jokes, but they're not. That was real footage of the resident of 1600 Pennsylvania Avenue playing Despacito on his phone. Prior to that, that was real footage of him standing next to his nurse wife, orderly, saying that I was basically raised in the Puerto Rican community in my house. I was basically raised Puerto Rican. Ay, papi, yo. Brendan Gerzalak, again, thank you. Says, I think the term you're searching for is Puerto Rican. That's right. Sort of Porta. He's whatever he needs to be. He is whatever who he's in front of. That's what he is. Same with Kamala. When she was on the campaign trail before they bitch slapped her, she was in front of black folks. Hey. She was in front of Indian folks. Dur, 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 dur. You know, it just depends on who she was in front of. Ay, papi, papi, yo. Oh, man, I wish I was fucking around. Steve Rutledge, thank you, he said, Erico, chuda, man, vato, chuda, man. Thank you, man. Oh, that's right, Mads. I'm sorry. She says Kamala is North Korean. That's right, because she was at the DMZ, and she said that she wanted to celebrate the relationship we have with North Korea. Wah, wah, wah. Right? Just play that sound effect every time they talk. No, Joe Sloppy Joe is a Puerto Rican. Pedorican. He's a Puerto Rican. Hi, and Joe White, I like them young. If you are over 10 years old, you are not young enough. You gotta be under 10. Because I'm a Puerto Rican. Thank you, End Times, for the Hamilton. Appreciate that. If you are not under 10, you can be my friend. Because I am Joe Biden, you're Puerto Rican, you're Puerto Rican, you're Puerto Rican president. Okay? And if you are not under 10, don't think about being my friend. I like them young because I'm dumb. Whew. I don't like them too old. Oh, Senor Byron, I'm 12 years old, where you are too old for me. I'm sorry, guys. Let's on to something else, please. Water. I think we're looking at 93 today. For some reason, my son is all about cold weather. He wants to wear sweatpants all the time. Daddy, when's it going to be cold so I can wear my sweats? I don't know, man. But it's hot right now. I'll go in there after my live stream. He'll be sitting on the couch in a sweatshirt. Son, what's up with your body temp? He gets that from his mom. My wife has low body temperature. Fellas, am I right? Is your wife the same temperature as a cadaver? I can't be alone. I've said this before. If my wife puts her cold ass feet on mine under the covers again, I'm going to have her served with papers. She says, it's your job to warm me up. How many jobs do I have? I'm in charge of your core tent now? Sorry, guys. I had to get that out. I had to get that out of my system. Fellas, talk to me. Am I the only one? I don't think so. She put her feet on me one time. I got scared. My wife is dead. Nope, she was alive, sitting right there watching the show. It's just her feet felt like she was dead. Hands too. Ladies, get your extremities under control. Authentically Kennedy, of course, coming to the rescue of my wife. She says, be nice to Mrs. Green. Easy for you to say. Does your husband ever put his cold feet on yours? Authentically Kennedy? No, he doesn't, because he doesn't have cold feet. He doesn't have the feet of the dead. He has warm American blood coursing through his veins, ever vigilant for your security. But now he has to warm you too? Sorry, Authentically Kennedy, that wasn't directed at you. That was more of me I was projecting. Damn it. Jean Grey, I know what you're saying, but I don't sleep on couches. I'll get in trouble for sure. I'm okay with that. I'm okay with that. I stay in trouble, but I shan't. I shan't sleep on the couch in the living room. I won't. I don't. Anyway, what are you going to talk about now, guys? Trump wants that money from CNN. And I wonder what kind of blow will that deliver to CNN's finances if they had to pay out $475 million. Damn. Oh, that would have hurt. That would hurt like a son, bitch. I don't care who you are. 475 mil, especially when you're a failing, what do we call them? Entertainment company. They're not news or meat or they're not about journalism. I don't know what you would call those turds, but I call them dog shit. Oh, here we go. Trump sues CNN. Oh, ay, qué pena, CNN. qué pena. Ay, pues sorry por you. Claiming defamation. Talk to me. Okay. Here. Okay. So let's see here. Let me share this bitch so you can see it. New York Post. Okay, hold on. Stop that. Do this. Do that. Do this. And then that. And this. Boom. And we do this. Right there. I don't know how clear you guys can see it. So it says former President Donald Trump sued CNN for defamation on Monday, seeking $475,000. I'm just $475,000. They wish $475 million in punitive damages and claiming that the network had carried out a campaign of libel and slander against him. No shit. You don't need a law degree to know that. Trump claims in his lawsuit filed in U.S. District Court of Fort Lauderdale, Florida, that the network had used its influence as a leading news organization to defeat him politically. Agreed. CNN declined to comment on the case. Trump, a Republican, claims in the 29-page lawsuit that CNN had a long track record of criticizing him, but had ramped up its attacks in recent months because the network feared that he would run again for president in 2024. As a part of its connected effort to tilt the political balance. Hold on. Okay, the screen jumped on me. As a part of its concerted effort to tilt the political balance to the left, CNN has tried to taint the plaintiff with a series of ever more scandalous, false, and defamatory labels of racist, Russian lackey, insurrectionist, and ultimately Hitler, the lawsuit claims. No doubt there's video evidence. It's called Their Broadcast Every Night. The lawsuit lists several instances in which CNN appeared to compare Trump to Hitler, including a January 2022 special report by host Fareed Zakaria that included footage of the German dictator. Trump, who in 2020 lost a re-election bid to Democrat Joe Biden, has not said whether he would seek re-election. The lawsuit comes as a 76-year-old former president faces considerable legal woes, including a criminal investigation by the Justice Department for retaining government records at the Mar-a-Lago estate in Florida after leaving office in 2021. Trump was sued last month by New York State Attorney General Letitia James, more of that hand gesture, who has accused him of lying to banks and insurers over the value of his assets. And a congressional committee is investigating the January 6, 2021 assault on the U.S. Capitol by Trump supporters, focusing on the former president's role in the attack. Horseshit, and horseshit. So it said Trump was sued last month by the New York State Attorney General, Letitia James. I talked about that. I'm wondering, because I think it was Capital One or something they were claiming that they were defrauded by Trump. Well, then let Capital One handle that shit. Why are you getting involved? Is there nothing else you need to concern yourself with in the state of New York other than this? This is your top priority, suing Trump? And then that January 6th bullshit. Who is still being fooled by that? Now, I was listening to The Enemy, watching an interview by The Enemy, and they were saying how calling somebody names, i.e. Hitler or whoever, he's in cahoots with Russia, that's not illegal because that's a matter of opinion. And he has to prove that these people knew it was false before they claimed it. Now, finding that kind of footage on CNN, I imagine would have some difficulties. I don't watch CNN, but we've all seen the clips and we know what's up over there. But I think where his legal team is going to have some success is when it comes to looking at these anchors, looking at their personal social media. Because remember, These people have been in a cocoon of stupidity for years. And they think everybody in the country agrees with them because they're constantly being, oh, yeah, you're right. And fuck him. He's racist. In their personal lives and their professional lives, that's all they hear. So you're going to believe it. If somebody tells you, man, you look good. You are so handsome. You're fine. You're handsome. Shit, well, maybe I am. You're going to start to believe that. Human nature. So I think they've been cocooned in that shit so much that they're about to spread their wings and be a full-blown SJW woke-ass butterfly. I think they can go into their personal social media accounts, Twitter and whatnot, and find where they've said shit like that, where they believe that he is, or they know that he's not, more importantly. And I think if they go back far enough, like they like to do, I think that they are going to find posts where they like Trump before he got into politics, before 2015, because Twitter goes back to like 2012 and shit. That's where you messed up. So there's 3 years worth of posts where they didn't have a problem with Trump. So they can prove that, well, here, so-and-so or such and such 2012, you made a pro-Trump post. Well, then how come in 2017, 2018, you were making all these anti-Trump posts and you're getting on air and saying all these horrible things when we have proof that you know that's not true? So if they can prove that what they said wasn't true, well, that's where CNN has to get out their checkbook, sign the bottom, and then fill out $475 million. Pay to the order of Donald Trump Industries or whatever it's called. Donald Trump Inc. The Donald, whatever he wants put on it. Because he's probably not even going to cash it. He's probably just going to frame it and put it above his toilet. So before he takes a shit every morning, he knows that first he took a shit on CNN, which is awesome. Wouldn't that be, guys, this is the craziest shit, but this would be the best thing ever. Okay, I would run up and down the streets of my neighborhood in the nude if this happened, okay? And accept all consequences. What if in the lawsuit, what if CNN can't come up with $475 million? Now you get into some mobster shit. Hey, well, you don't got the cash? Hey, what do you got there, CNN? Well, then now Trump wants partial ownership in the company. Oh, shit. Could you imagine? Could you imagine how many windows would open in the CNN building and people would just jump out of them? Trump owns part of this. Oh, could you imagine? Donald Trump is part owner of CNN. Oh. No, wait. Taste that. Let that live on your tongue for a minute. That's rich. That's delicious. Can I have a little? Man, that tastes good. Holy shit. If they can't pay and Trump ends up being part owner in that company, oh shit. Matthew's Business. I am getting into voice acting. Somebody sent me a script a couple of weeks ago. I'm going to work on that today. But how sweet it would be. Just the nectar of Trump being part owner in CNN. Ooh-wee. Well, he's given us no reason not to think that he's 2 or 3, 4 steps ahead of them. I'm sure he didn't file this lawsuit thinking in any way that he would lose it. I like to think that they do have the proof, or they wouldn't have done this in the first place. Tinval 09er, hope I'm saying that right. It says CNN would go to number 1. They would, because Trump would cut out all the bullshit and do what he does. As a businessman, he would come in, look at all the cancer in this body and cut it out, make it healthy again, make it better than it's ever been. There was a time where CNN was a trusted news network. Lala HK, TNN. He changed it to TNN. That would be too much. The world would explode. We're not allowed that much awesome down here on Earth. The planet can't hold it. I think it was one of those Chuck Norris jokes. Well, what would happen if Chuck Norris and Mr. T were inside of a building? Nothing, because no building can contain that much awesome. What would happen if Trump bought CNN and took the C out and made it TNN? Nothing, because the planet can contain that much awesome. Their heads would explode, but so would ours. He did what? Boom! That would be too great. That would be too damn great. Oh, my goodness. You rotten, slimy, corrupt sons of bitches robbed this country of the president they should have had. You slandered him. You mocked him. You admonished him at every turn. And now, this summer, Trump is in charge. That's too sweet. No. I can't. That's too sweet. I can't take a bite from that fruit. It's too sweet. My teeth would fall out. TNN? I got to stop before I have to run in there and change my pants. Stop it. Now. Stop. I can't even say it anymore. If I say it one more time, I'll... Anyways, guys, let's get away from that before it gets messy in here, okay? Stop. So, how about this? So, of course, you know, the hurricane went through Florida, and DeSantis gets the fuel down there quickly. Imagine that he continues to run his state in an awesome fashion, as he has been, even at the start of the sweet and sour sniffles bullshit. He never wavered. Florida did fine. And here's a couple black dudes that they just know how they're going to feel. No matter what, white people are evil. I will never support that racist son of a bitch, DeSantis. All he wants to do is give people guns and turn Florida racist. Everybody in Florida must be racist by the end of his term. That's all DeSantis wants to do. Okay, let's see. See if that's true. Bum, bum, bum. Clickety clack. Here we go. Oh shit. Stupid Instagram and the stupid volume button thing.
I don't know about the rest of you motherfuckers. I'm voting for DeSantis. And I'm a Democrat. So y'all can call it what the fuck y'all want to call it.
We got children out
Okay,
here.
I'm sorry, man. I'm sorry. That shit about DeSantis, but that gas is here in Arcadia. And I don't know about the rest of y'all, but it's here in Arcadia. So y'all know who we vote for. I don't know about the rest of you motherfuckers. I'm voting for DeSantis. And I'm a Democrat. So y'all can call it what the fuck y'all want to call it.
We got children out
Okay,
here.
I'm sorry, man. I'm sorry. That shit.
I'm sorry, ma'am. I'm sorry. I mean to cuss. I'll change it. He's a Democrat. Even after all this. I'm not going to talk about what I think of that man still being a Democrat after all that, but you heard it. You heard it. Uh-oh, Socrates can fug DeSantis. Uh-oh, why? But as far as how he handled, you know, the greatest event in our lifetime, you know, the sweet and sour sniffles and everything that accompanied that, despite how he handled that and how he handled this latest natural disaster, I mean, damn. You got to give the man his credit. Now, everybody doesn't agree with that, obviously. But these people are seeing the real shit. You can say what you want. You claim what you want. But when the shit hits the fan, that's going to be how you really handle things. You know, you say, I would do this, I would do that. But when it really happens, that's when you really know. And so these people see it. They see the results. The fuel is here. There's a truck right there. It's here. I know you guys are telling me all this shit that's going to happen, and you're telling me how he thinks and what he's going to do and what kind of person he is. I hear that. But what I see and what I can go over and touch is a fuel truck right here in the town I live in where I need it. And again, people will say different shit in public, different from what they actually do in private. You're hanging out with people. You don't want to rock the boat. You don't want to deal with the bullshit. You don't want to get in any arguments. So you just go with the flow. Family functions, whatever. Holidays are coming up. You're sitting at the family dinner table fuming because all the stupid shit you're hearing, but you don't want to get involved. You just don't want to deal with it. Or maybe your spouse or your significant other doesn't want you to deal with it. Maybe they made you promise not to say anything. I don't know. Whatever it is, that's one thing. When you get that ballot, when you're in that voting booth, when it's you, the pen, and the ballot, that's going to be totally different because nobody's going to be able to trace that back to you. So you can keep face in front of those people, but vote the right way or vote the way that you really feel. Vote based on your experience, not based on the fucking message that you got. And speaking of voting, I was so mad when I heard this yesterday. So there was a commercial on, and it said, what is it? The midterm elections are coming up, so make sure that you vote by mail. Your ballots will be received, or blah blah blah. And said, what is it? Keep voting fair. Vote by mail. Or Californians, keep voting fair. Vote by mail. What? Hold on. I thought you were supposed to request. See, there was a time I'm old enough to remember, not too long ago, where you had to request a mail-in ballot. You had to ask for one. You had to provide proof that you are who you say you are to get one. All of a sudden, they're sending them out no matter what. Then why go through all the rigmarole of getting a mail-in ballot before? Why? Why make me show all this proof and wait all this time to get my shit, to get my mail-in ballot, if you're just going to send them to everybody anyway, and you're just sending them to an address? There's no proof that that person lives there. You're just sending it to the address on file. Well, what if somebody gets that ballot and the person no longer lives there? Somebody else has it. Or what if the person does live there and somebody else gets the ballot and they fill it out for them? Or what if you get the ballot, you fill it out, and then somebody comes around collecting them? They go to nursing homes and shit like that. They go to these little apartment complexes and neighborhoods where they don't speak very good English. I'll turn in your ballot for you. And let's see. That's not the one. Oh, so these are the ones that I want. These are the ones I don't want. Those go in the trash. And the ones that I do want, those are the ones that I'll put in the ballot box. 2,000 mules, 2,000 mules, 2,000 mules. Watch it. You need to watch 2,000 Mules and Uncle Tom 2. Watch both of those the day before. No, not the day before. Watch that shit at the house before you go to vote. Watch those leave to the voting box, to the ballot box, to the voting booth. Watch those movies, leave your house, and you'll vote the right way, I promise. You will be fired up. Remember that scene in The Crow? Where all the henchmen were in the bar? Fire it up. Fire it up. You'll be fired up. You'll be like, what the? Yep, that's right. That's right. Got the proof. But in California, you get a mail-in ballot whether you want one or not, you son of a bitch. And that's that. Because, you don't want people getting together in groups of 6 feet and sweet sour sniffles and all that kind of stuff. You don't want that. You don't want to be around all those people. Stay at home. Stay at home, put them in the mail, because you can trust the United States Postal Service. Right? You can trust them. They don't fuck shit up. They don't lose shit. I worked at a post office when I was younger during the holiday season as a casual clerk. I wouldn't trust those people with shit. I saw somebody sent a case of wine through the mail during Christmas time. And I saw somebody put that case of wine at the bottom of his container. They're called OTRs. These big old containers on wheels. You fill them up. They have like these cargo net that you flip down over it to keep the stuff in there. And then you wheel it onto the trucks. I saw somebody take that case of wine, Somebody else was sending a transmission through the mail, and he took the transmission and smashed it on the box and thought it was funny. So those are the kind of people you have working at the United States Postal Service. Those are the kind of people you have delivering your ballot to shape the face of this nation, to shape the landscape of the United States of America. That's who you're putting your trust in when you use the United States Postal Service. Now, are they all like that? Of course not. There's some great people that work for the United States Postal Service. There are great people that work everywhere. But like everywhere else, they're not all great. They're not all good people. They can be bought off. They can be corrupted. They will fuck with your election results. They will lose shit. But hey, California, trust the USPS. Because that always works out. Every single time. Without fail. Go post office. Oh, something I want to mention real quick. I'm getting in the party mood. There we go. Got my little party hat. See my birthday party hat? We're celebrating because today, Oakland hit over 100 homicides for the year. Yay! Oakland. That's too short song. Congratulations. Over 100 homicides for 2022. And you're only in October. So 100 murders on the 10th month, that's 10 murders a month. So maybe they can hit 120, 130 maybe by the end of the year. Because you got to remember, Halloween's coming. New Year's Eve, so that'll be their last chance to get all their last minute murders in. Oakland, California, 100 homicides for the year. Congratulations. And I think, hold on a second, let me double check. Let me double check this. Hold on. Make sure this is right first. Oh, I just figured something out. Okay, hold on. See, I'm a little bit smart. A little bit. Do one more thing here. Because what I need to do, I want to double check and see who the mayor of Oakland is. I want to see if it's still Libby Schaaf. Mayor of Oakland. There you are, Libby Schaaf. There she is. She's still the mayor of Oakland. She was the same mayor who was giving a heads up to illegals when ICE was coming to town to do ICE raids. Isn't that nice? She never gave your ass a heads up of where a DUI or a DUI checkpoint was or a speed trap. She never gave you any heads up about the IRS coming to town or them coming to do an audit or fuck your shit up. But if you're an illegal, just know that Mayor Libby Schaaf has your back. And it's funny that she's a girl and her last name is Schaaf. Sorry, I'm immature like that. But Oakland, those are the hands that you're in. And I just want to say again, congratulations to Oakland and keep it up. Keep up the good work, Oakland. You know, a friend of mine, he was visiting family in Oakland. And so his family was pulling up to a family member's house where they were going to stay. And they said, you know what? Something tells me I should take the bag with my clothes in it in the house with me. He went in the house. They come out, 20 minutes later. And all the windows in his car were smashed out. And they popped the trunk to go through his trunk. But of course, nothing was in there. So they broke his windows for nothing. Good job, Oakland. Oakland. Good job, Oaktown. Isn't that something? Isn't that something? So let me see here. Oh, cool. I just figured out how to add mods. It's hella easy. You just go to add moderator and you click it. I was trying to do it on my computer and it wouldn't let me. I had no idea I could do it. I could do it on my phone. Cool. Jay Glow, you're right. Hit the like button. Like and sub, and like. Let me know if you want to be a mod for my channel. I'll add you right now. Tammy A, I already added you. Lala HK, I added you. I think you wanted to, Lala HK. If not, let me know. I'll take you off there. Lord German Husbando. I'll add you too. Hold on, there we go. Boom. You are now a moderator. Lord German Husbando. Let's see here. Actually, just send me an email, guys. If you want to be a moderator, a mod, if you're cool, send me an email, jerichogreen2018@gmail.com. Okay? And I will add you as a mod. Now, of course, this is a very active and wonderful comment section, so I don't think I need like 100 moderators, but I will pick some folks and I will have you as my mods. Derek Marsick says you can't find 2,000 Mules anywhere. Wasn't it Salem Media? I believe so. I believe it was a Salem Media Group. Let's see. 2,000 Mule, yes? Okay. Yeah, I think if you go to the Salem, if you go to their website, you can find it because that's where I found it. Okay, Mitch Connor says if you have a Telegram, then he can hook you up with it. So Mitch Connor has the hookup. But I went on their website. I think somebody gave me a link to it. And I went on there and bought it. And then I watched it. There's got to be a way to find it. I'm sure somebody here in the comment section can help you out. But yeah, great movie. Again, it'll give you the motivation, the vim, and the vigor you need to attack that fucking voting booth. So speaking of attacking, let's get into this article. Let's get into one of the most disgusting articles I have ever read in my life. And I've read a lot of disgusting articles, let me tell you. So, fucking stop doing this shit. Damn it. This thing's trying to piss me off. Doing a great job. Oh, this shit here, guys. Ugh. So let me go. Okay, boom. Got it. Or can we go full screen? I don't get that. When I try to go full screen, it says cinema layout, press shift +8. I do that and nothing happens. Whatever. Here it is. This says, Planned Parenthood announces plans for mobile abortion clinic in Illinois to provide services to neighboring states. That is something, man. You just can't get somewhere to kill your kid, they'll bring it to you. Smart business move. Planned Parenthood officials on Monday announced plans for a mobile abortion clinic, a 37-foot RV that will stay in Illinois but travel close to the borders of adjoining states that have banned the procedure since the Supreme Court overturned Roe v. Wade earlier this year. The announcement comes 100 days after the Supreme Court ruling that stripped away constitutional protections for abortions, allowing states to ban the procedure. Illinois didn't institute an abortion ban, of course not. But neighboring Missouri, Kentucky, and Tennessee did, along with several other states in the South Midwest. As a result, both abortion clinics on the Illinois side of the St. Louis region, including one operated by Planned Parenthood in the Fairview Heights, have been inundated with patients. Leaders of the St. Louis Planned Parenthood office said that since June, the Fairview Heights clinic has seen a 30% increase in abortion patients, a rate officials said is much higher than they anticipated. Patients from outside Missouri and Illinois increased by more than 340%. Oh, shit. See, that's supposed to make you think that there's all these women that want access to abortion, but they just can't get it. And what was that? Fairview Heights? Let's see. Fairview Heights, St. Louis. Okay. Fairview Heights, St. Louis. Just trying to get a handle on what kind of place is this. Guys, I'm just trying to look. And figure shit out. Oof. Not a very safe place, guys. Not a very safe place. My chances of becoming a victim of violent crime in Fairview Heights, 1 in 452. Population of 16,000. So for the population, that's pretty bad. My chances of becoming a victim of property crime in Fairview Heights, 1 in 34. So if there's a classroom full of you, hold up. So there's a classroom full of you, then there's one of you that's going to get fucked up. That's a lot. But you know what? I didn't even have to look this up because if there's a Planned Parenthood there, it's probably a fucked up neighborhood. The onslaught of patients means longer waits. Yamilzi Rodriguez, president and CEO of Planned Parenthood of the St. Louis region in Southwest Missouri, said abortion appointment wait times have gone from an average of 4 days prior to the Supreme Court ruling to 2.5 weeks. You got to wait 2.5 weeks to kill your baby? That's ridiculous. It should be much easier, much faster for you to kill that kid. You mean you have to wait less than a Christmas break for a school kid? Son of a bitch. The mobile abortion clinic is a way to reduce travel times and distances in order to meet patients at the Illinois border, said Dr. Colleen McNichols, Chief Medical Officer for Planned Parenthood's St. Louis office. This will make a dramatic impact on their access. Make it easier to kill their kids. Because Black and brown people, they don't have access to the internet. They don't have access to driver's licenses and IDs, but you better believe they have access to killing the next generation. That is our promise. The mobile clinic will travel near to the borders of southeastern Missouri, western Kentucky, and northeastern Tennessee. Rodriguez said the RV is expected to arrive this month and should be operational by the end of the year. So you get to keep that New Year's promise. The clinic will include 2 exam rooms, a lab, and a waiting room. Initially, it will provide medication abortions up to 11 weeks of gestation. Planned Parenthood will aim to start providing surgical abortions at the clinic after just a few months. So, sorry, ladies. You can only kill them with the pill for now, but don't worry. We're working on being able to get up there with some tweezers and stuff and take them apart and pull them out piece by piece. That's going to be fun. McNichols and Rodriguez declined to discuss safety and security measures for the mobile clinic. Well, wouldn't that be the number one thing to discuss? The security measures and the safety? We're not going to talk about that. Oh, let's see. Let's get to one of the worst sentences that I've read in a long time. Ooh, listen to this. The nonprofit Just the Pill operates a mobile clinic in Colorado that provides medication abortions. Spokeswoman Kat Mavengear, that's a weird name, said that early next year, also in Colorado, the Just the Pill will operate a mobile clinic for procedural abortions. Yeah! No more of that weak pill shit. We got procedural abortions up in here. The organization also plans to expand to other areas, starting with a new mobile clinic in Illinois in 2023. Isn't that something? Here's the best part. Because remember, I told you, California won't be out stupid it. Well, we won't be out evil it either. In July, a California doctor proposed a floating abortion clinic. Take it to the water. The Gulf of Mexico, as a way to maintain access for people in southern states where abortion bans have been enacted, Dr. Meg Autry said the idea was to provide a clinic aboard a ship in federal waters and out of the reach of state laws. Guys, doesn't it make you feel warm and cozy inside to know that they're doing everything they can to make it easy for you to kill your baby? They're making that shit easy. You can't come to us. We will bring the death to you with our new Mommy's Murder Mobile. Hey, guys, why stop there? Okay? Why stop there? Why just make it a floating hospital? That's boring. Maybe hook up with Carnival Cruise or Victoria, one of those big Carnival Cruise companies. Turn it into fun, all inclusive. Put a swimming pool in the back and water slides, 24-hour buffets. Drink up, ladies. You can. You're about to kill that little bastard tomorrow anyway. Drink up. Party time. Dun, 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 dun. Dun, 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 dun. Get a little conga line, little conga abortion line. You guys aren't thinking fun. And since it's a truck, a mobile Mommy's Murder Mobile, mobile mommy murder, Mommy's Murder Mobile, however you want to do that. Since we're all in the thought process of trucks, why not add some food trucks? You can have them in a big horseshoe shape, right? Have the abortion mobile, Mommy's Murder Mobile, in the middle. That's the focal point. That's the reason for the season. So we're going to have that in the middle, but on the sides, have like some local food trucks. Why just go there and kill your baby and go home sobbing in the arms of whoever brought you? Why not get some good local cuisine while you're there? Huh? You want to know where my food truck's going to be? Follow me on the Mommy's Murder Mobile app. Then after you kill your baby, you can come out here and get a cool grilled cheese sandwich or some kind of Asian fusion. You guys aren't seeing the big picture here. You're thinking just kill the babies. I'm talking about killing the babies and making it fun. You guys stop me when I'm wrong. But it's no big deal. So why not have some cool, fun shit to do? It's abortion care. You're caring for these women. What's the problem? Why are you crying? Why are you all sad? Why are you thinking about this for the rest of your life? It's nothing bad. It's care. It's just a clump of stupid cells. Like Reagan said, it's funny that all these pro-abortion people have already been born. It's just a clump of fucking cells. So what? Get it out of me so I can go back to my party. Why not take the baby and get some good food and have a good time? Take your mind off of things. That way you won't think about the life you just took until you get home and lay your head down on your pillow. But while you're here, let's have fun. That shit is sick. A floating clinic. So we're going to do everything we can to make it so you can kill those babies quick and easy. Why not have abortion Uber? They'll come pick you up. You can't get away? You don't have a car? Well, if you don't have a form of transportation, maybe you shouldn't be letting dudes go inside of you and make a baby. But whatever. That's neither here nor there. Not your fault. But we'll have abortion Uber, abortion Lyft. And it's free. Because, of course, these states set aside money to pay for it. Oh, I didn't read that part? That's right. Illinois has money set aside to help women travel to other states. Illinois taxpayer. No. You thought that money was going in your pocket? Not here in Chicago. Not here in Illinois. No, you stupid. 10 tax ID number. I'm going to need you to give me some more of that money. That money's not going to you. We got to pay for these women to get their abortions. Fuel's not cheap. Travel's not cheap. Lodging's not cheap. And food's not cheap. We can't let them pay for it. So you are. I'm just looking for one of those cables, like when you're on a train, a bus or something, or a train, and they come to your stop and you just pull that thing and it stops and they let you have, rings a bell, ding, ding, let me off. Let me off. Where's the little cable running through America so I can ling, ling, ling? I can ring the bell and you let me the fuck off. Get me out of here. I don't want to live in a place like this. Well, I'm certainly not going to another country. Well, I guess we're going to have to change this one. Because we're not going to be cowards like some other people from other countries who just run. They come up here for a better life and don't fix their own country. We need to fix our own. This is some sick shit. A mobile abortion vehicle. And I'm sure they've had them before. But the numbers are going to increase. Because somehow a lot of these dummies have been talked into the fact that you're not going to be able to get abortions. Well, if you live in one of these fucked up states, yeah, you will. They'll make sure of it. They will go out of their way to make sure that it is easy as humanly possible to kill that annoying little thing in your belly. Some states, 6 months, 7 months, 8 months, it don't matter. Whenever you're ready, whenever you're sick of it, whenever you've had enough, you let us know. Ooh, but it's too big for the pill, so we're going to have to, go in there, and it's terrible. You look it up on your own time. I don't want to bring up such horrible images, but it's terrible what happens. But hey, that's right, Swamp Fox 1732. It's just the vibe. Ooh, it's a clump of cells. Get out of me. I don't want any stretch marks. It's hot girl summer. Ooh. Said it before. Say it again. More than 90% of abortions are performed for inconvenience. Not rape, not incest. Inconvenience. Baby, you are inconvenient. You're a pebble in my shoe. That's what they say. All right, guys. That was wonderful. Tomorrow, we are going to talk about some new movies. There's one called Till, who's about Emmett Till. And then there's a brand new movie coming out. I think it's coming out this December with Will Smith. That's right, Mr. Slap a Comic. Mr. I'm a eunuch in my own home and marriage. You got it. He has a new movie coming out, and it's called Emancipation. I'm saying it like that because I'm writing it down. He's in a new movie called Emancipation. You can guess what it's about. So we're going to talk about that and the fact that I am sick and damn tired of these movies about black folks always being about some sad shit. We're going to go into the truth of what slaves did in this country. The truth. I know. They try to bury it. They try to silence it. They try to cancel it. But I found some. I found a few scraps of truth, and I'm going to share them with you mañana. Okay? I'm going to share with you mañana because I am your Puerto Rican president. I'm your Puerto Rican. I'm your Puerto Rican president. Look at that motherfucker. So I can't wait to see you guys mañana. Thank you for being here. Everybody in the comment section, thank you for your comments, your questions, your donations, your whatever. Thank you. You were great. I was great. We were great. And don't forget, you want to be a mod, email me, jerichogreen2018@gmail.com. If I don't get back to you, that means I found some mods. It doesn't mean anything personal against you. I still like you. I just have enough of them. Okay? Okay. See? All right. My man Gabe LTM says, Jericho, Papi Grande, thank you, Mr. Gay. You are my friend, and I am your president. Thank you, guys. Appreciate it. We'll be here tomorrow. Talk about more crazy shit. You know, there's piles of it. Say it with me, damn it. You know how it goes. I try to be done with the left, but they just won't let me. Please subscribe. Hit that notification bell because every time it rings, a piece of shit lefty cries. Utilize the Linktree link. Get your ass over to JerichoGreen.net and mygreengear.com. I am Jericho Green. Man, I'm out.